Hey brother,
Constant.
how are you bro?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm great. So today is a great day because we're at Raffles Hotel and we're going to the MB&F Horological Lab in a moment.
Man, I'm so excited.
So right now we're at the MB&F Lab in the Raffles Hotel and we're here with two amazing individuals. Of course, I introduced Arnold, the communication manager of MB&F, and of course my colleague Omar, which is the content and community manager of Arabia, right?
Yep.
So how are you guys?
Very good, and you?
Great. Omar?
Always nice to see you, really.
So today we are here to take a look, and we are going to do an unveiling of something that's quite amazing. You know,
Yes.
it's the newest horological machine 11. In my opinion, the horological machine actually sets the tone to me for avant-garde watches. You know, where Max created the first HM1 in 2005.
Absolutely.
And now it's the 11th edition.
Absolutely.
I'm really excited. So you know, Arno, take it away.
Of course. So yeah, as you said, it's the new HM11. It's actually the 12th HM that Max has created in 18 years. Absolutely. 21st caliber.
18 years, 21 calibers.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
So there are some years where we've made 2 calibers per year, but I think never again. It was.
But the interesting part
nightmare.
is that the horological machine, you have 12 calendars, which are these avant-garde pieces. So can you imagine the amount of creation that has to go there for
Exactly.
Max to be able to create that
Exactly.
piece?
It's crazy,
So why don't you tell us about the process of how these pieces come to life?
Absolutely. And as you just said, I'm always quite impressed because although it's the 12th horological machine, you will see that it looks unlike anything we've done before. The inspiration is totally new, the design is totally new. It's a movement that we've designed from scratch and conceived from scratch.
Just look at that.
So this one, as I said before, it's a current passion of Max.
Yep.
And it's inspired by architecture. So we call this piece HM11 Architects. As you know, we always have nicknames for those HMs, and so this one is the architect.
Yeah.
So it was inspired by the late 50s and the early 60s architecture.
Yep.
But the idea of this watch is really being a little house on your wrist. And you've got, as you can see, 4 different rooms.
Easy, man.
So those rooms are like different pods that you have within the house. And each of these rooms is having a different module.
Yeah.
So it indicates a different function.
Wow.
So here, for example, you can see the hours and minutes indication. So of course,
Of
the time. Yep. Here you've got a power reserve indicator.
Okay.
Here, because it's a house, you have the thermometer.
Okay,
Nice.
that's cool. Okay.
You know, everything that we do with Max always starts with the question, wouldn't it be cool if?
Yes. Since we're talking about the different positionings and different complications, why don't you tell us what is even crazier in this watch, which is the sapphire crown?
So the sapphire crown is actually the first ever sapphire crown, to the best of my knowledge. So you can see the movement through the sapphire crown, as you can see here. It's a very, very complex crown. Together with the case, it's one of the most complex cases we've made before.
And actually, the crown is very impressive, but what's even impressive is that the case itself rotates and winds the watch.
Exactly, and that's the beauty of this watch. So the crown here is only here to set the time,
Yep,
but
exactly.
to wind the movement, you actually rotate
That's amazing,
the entire case. And that's also, from what I know, one of the first ever.
One thing I gotta say, Arno, is that even this winding construction is really amazing, like really interesting. Something that's I think is very Max. If you know, it's new, but I think that is very Max, right?
Absolutely.
But I like that, you know, the design of this is great grip as well for winding it.
Absolutely.
And just look how smooth it is.
Exactly.
And you
Super
mentioned
satisfying when you arrive on the
it really
different
does.
positions.
I mean, it's really satisfying to look at it, right?
Absolutely. This case is a 92 component case, very, very
92
complex.
components.
92?
Absolutely.
I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
Me neither. It was a very big challenge to make this case waterproof. So we'll get back to this later when we talk about the technical details, but there are 19 gaskets in this watch.
Wow.
19 gaskets.
19. So yeah, definitely one of the biggest challenges.
I think this watch
I think one thing he mentioned just now is the crown alone. The sapphire crown has 8 gaskets.
8 gaskets, absolutely.
Alone, just in the
for-
crown.
Exactly.
Wow, that's amazing.
I think this watch is breaking records in so many sense. The case is very complicated. The crown is unique. The movement itself, I think, is quite spectacular.
By doing just 10 rotation, you have full power, which is 96 hours,
that's
so
amazing.
4 days in total.
Wow.
And to show you how efficient is this winding mechanism, every 45 degrees, so you've got 8 different positions in the watch. You can stop it straight on the bracelet, or you can stop it in between. Every 45 degrees, you add 72 minutes to the power reserve.
Wow.
So just by doing this, you add more than an hour inside the power reserve. So
this is like one of the most efficient movement that
winding
I've ever
system,
seen.
exactly.
It's crazy, yeah.
I mean, just spectacular. And in true Max signature, the watch, when you put it on your wrist,
absolutely,
is just oozes this powerful message that this is such a cool watch to look at.
And when you put it on the wrist, you realize that always with our watches, you know, when you see the pictures and all that, you never understand how comfortable it might be.
Absolutely.
But this one, so it's a titanium case, 42 millimeter. It's very compact, very easy to wear, quite comfortable on the wrist.
Absolutely. I mean, this is kudos to Max and his creation. He manages to create watches that look impossible to put on the wrist, but I have personally tried every single HM and LM, and I have to say they are all super comfortable. So even the Aquapod, which is massive, wears beautifully on the wrist, and this one is no short of that brilliance as well.
Among all the different, craziness of this watch, you've got this flying tourbillon in the center. We developed a new design for the bridge of the tourbillon. You might have noticed, with those four circles. Reminiscent also of the 4 different rooms, and it's kind of a lucky clover that you have here in the center. Looking at the movement, you can see the blue finish that you have on this one. There are 2 different variations, either blue or with a red gold finish, and they are both limited to 25 pieces.
So mesmerizing to be able to look at it. Whether it's a flying tourbillon or the flying balance wheel, it's just in your face, it's there.
It's always the center of the watch, the heart of the watch, giving life, to the rest of the movement. And here, it's a house, so within like the center of the house, you have this life giving to all the different rooms. So that's quite impressive.
So this is it. This is the new HM11 Horological Machine 11 by MB&F. A big thank you to Arnaud for sharing it with us, and of course Omar. I hope you guys enjoyed this video right here. All right, see you next time.
See you next time. Bye bye.